Hi again, my name is Rebel and I'm the Rebel Reseller, and today we're going to be doing a haul video. It's a church yard sale locally, and then we hit a couple of yard sales as we were leaving Dayton, and picked up a couple of things. And then I've got stuff from new bags from the last trip to Dayton. So some interesting stuff, a lot of plush, but we're going to start with not plush.
I have a question first. What if your parents had named you the verb instead of the noun?
Rebel?
Yeah, you would be rebel instead of rebel. Would that have made your life more complicated?
I've been called Rebel a lot. I don't know why. And Rebel.
Rebel.
Rebel's
Robble, but they don't fall down.
Just, I don't, it's Rebel. Most people are like, give me that look. Like, really? But yes. All right. We went to a church yard sale. I bought quite a few things. Simpsons. There's more down here. Not complete, but we've got like seasons 1 through 5, and then 8 through 17 or something. We paid $2 for the big boxes and $1 for some of the smaller boxes. Don't remember exactly how much all of it was, but I was seeing comps based on eBay, like $200, give or take. It's not complete, but I mean, I've got a lot of others that can go with it. So, I'm hoping about $200 for all of them. We've still got to open every single one of them up and make sure they're complete. We didn't take the time while we were there. We were getting some really nice, interesting things. So I just went ahead and just let them go through for $2 each. You know what I mean?
So what do y'all think? Not complete? Should we go on eBay, buy season 6 and 7? That way our set is complete. Would y'all take the time to do that, or expect the buyer to do it? Because if it's complete, instant collection makes it easy on the buyer, and you could probably charge a little premium because you're going to save them some work.
But you're going to be paying to buy the 2 and the shipping, because doubtful you'll get both of them from the same buyer. So it's just adding.
We can do it.
Let us know. How would you go? He's saying yes. I'm thinking, let them get it themselves. And then Robert also grabbed this. It is Black Adder, the complete collector set. I don't even know what that is. What is it?
A British comedy show. Rowan Atkinson.
I thought that's who I was seeing here in the pictures. And how much does this sell for?
$12 to $15. And it was $2, but they're listed in 40 sold. So it should go fairly quickly.
Very quick. Yep. Then he grabbed these. He calls me even today. Calls me because he went to the gym and found a yard sale. This was last week. He went somewhere, found a yard sale. So I said, "Are you cheating on me?" Because I know as soon as he calls me on his trip back from somewhere, especially on Thursdays and Fridays, that he's cheating on me. But this is baby gun. It is cute. This one isn't, but there's a couple of little plush that go in it. It's cute. How much did you pay for it?
The sign said $1, but she charged me $2 because maybe I look mean or something.
I don't know. Yeah, it says my first pumpkin play set. So we'll see. Let's hope $10 for it. And then I think pick this up. This maybe in something else, but this was on our trip back from Dayton. This is Fisher Price. They're called Dino Roars plush. I think I have one, but if I don't, I'm going to add this to my wall. Okay, I picked up a couple of things for my wall, so I'll grab this. If I've got one listed, I may go ahead and put this one with it, just to have a lot. But if I don't have any listed, then I'm going to keep this for myself.
Sounds like a weird dinosaur. Do your best dinosaur roar for me.
Why?
Just give me a dinosaur roar.
Roar!
There we go.
Roar! Okay. Fisher Price record player. funny story is, at the Dayton bins, one of these came out. And it was, I think it's the one that's got the blue inside. So it was more newer, like 80s, where this one is probably, let me look. This one's 1979. The one that came out was 1980s. The inside was mint. It was in such nice condition, but it had sat like in a garage, and the whole outside of the case was just covered in grease. Really, really disgusting to even touch. And I decided it's only sold for $20, $25. I wasn't going to keep it. And then on our way out of town, I found the older one for $4 at a yard sale. I have one of these already that I still have all of my children's records. They just thought they were the neatest things when they were little. Just tons and tons of kids' records. So I'm probably going to sell this one. I'm hoping like $30 to $40 for it. I did open it up. If you see these records, players, just kind of run your finger under the little wand there that plays the records to see if it's got a needle, and this one does. So I'll test it. I'll probably just go grab one of my kid records and make a video showing that it's working for my listing. But very nice. All right. I think this is probably the last of the non-plush. I found these in two different areas. Didn't even realize they went together. But yeah, it's probably going to be bread and butter, but it's just, you do something. Ooh, but yeah, it's supposed to spin or something. I don't know. I was playing with it earlier. I don't know. All right, then loveys. Loveys, quite a few.
You crank this up. You gonna catch?
No, I'm not catching.
And it goes.
Oh,
and it rolls across the floor.
Okay. Interesting. Bread and butter. I think I have one of these listed, Dimdaco. If not, I've got others. So I'm just going to make a lot of these. They're bread and butter. I just loved this. Wish it had its paper tag, but it doesn't. It is Thai 2000. I've done very well with the dogs and cats. Let's hope $15-20 for this. Found a lot of loveys. A lot. How sweet. Big old pig. Plush. It is Carlton cards. I'm thinking about $15-20 for it. Just nice. I had to save it. Had to. I don't remember picking this up. Maybe it snuck through. Let's see. All right, it at least works. Hallmark Q-Pig plush. I'm hoping $12-15. The head. I think it's supposed to be like that. Has its paper tags. That should help a little. I think Tina handed this over to me. It's Bagel Bites. My son loves crazy socks like this, so that's going to be for him. This is Kurt Adler. A lot of very cool Christmas ornaments are by him. I'll see if I've got any other plush Christmassy and put this with it. Otherwise, it's probably going to be bread and butter. Another little, this is Dandy International. Cute dog bean. Again, I'm hoping to find something to put with it. I'm liking that I put two things together that are going to be bread and butter, and I can list it for like $19.95 or $24.95. Another lovey. Don't know. There's no tag. I'm hoping Google Lens will help me. It kind of has Hallmark vibes to me. It does have a lot of wear, but it's got that satin lining. You just never know. Well, at least bread and butter. I'll see if I've got any other mermaid plush. This one is Aurora. It's very cute. Look at that hair. in really nice condition. Look at that. It's got the little buns. Robert gave me this, and now I'm realizing I should have thrown it back. Because look, it's got some mildew. I'm probably going to get rid of it. Maybe I'll try to spray it and see what happens. This is Russ. There is a muffin and a muffin junior. I've done really well with these, but it's definitely going to need a bath. I'll spray it really good with spray and wash and then run it through. It should be fine. Make sure, especially because this has red, always use color catchers, especially if you've got red stuff in your laundry. I want to say $15-20 for this if I get it clean enough. Cute, cute. Look, he's like got his body and then his own lovey. It is RZ by Rachel Zoe. Oh, never heard of it. It almost makes me think like kids' clothing, you know, clothing something. Oh yeah, RZ Baby right there. Don't know. I'm hoping $12-15 for it. Another lovey. Very cool. Dragon. It's got the little knotted corners. It's Fane. Never heard of it. Oh, there you guys. Fane. F-E-H-N. Oh, Germany. Ooh, that might be a good thing. Good thing. Don't know. Let's hope $15-20 for it. Now, we figured out how much did we spend? I spent $316, right? Or that was total.
Total was, I think, $315 or whatever.
Right. But part of that was clothing for his side of the business. Look, this is sweet. It says koala, some little backpack, well, no, little purse. Let's see. Always check the zippers to make sure they work. Nothing worse. It says, I love Australia. Don't know. I'm hoping $10-15 for this. Ripley's Aquarium. Pretty sure I've got something else listed by that from that museum. We have one here in Pigeon Forge. Just going to add it to a lot. Damn Daco. I don't like them. This one's whimsical enough that hopefully maybe it's going to be worth more than bread and butter. But I just loved it. Look how cute that is. Just love his little heart eye. I could consider this like cake topper stuff. But look how cool this is. It's like a Cinderella castle. I've got horses. Or bride and groom. Look, the two figures. The top of the cart. Now, I'm hoping $15-20 for this. I mean, this is that light plastic. So it's not even 4 ounces. So I paid less than 50 cents for this. Very cool.
I looked it up. Rachel's always a fashion designer.
That's what I figured. Look at these colors. I thought it was interesting. And it's Walmart. I forget, some kind of silky, right? Terrier type plush. Has the embroidered eyes. I've been trying more. Well, the AI has been trying to put in like embroidered eyes when it sees it. Because even today I had a plush. You couldn't quite tell in the pictures, was it plastic eyes or embroidered eyes? And of course, I got the question and it wasn't embroidered. I think a lot of people like the embroidered eyes ones because they're giving it to a pet and they don't want them to choke. So anytime it has embroidered eyes, even if you don't put it in the title, maybe throw it in the description. I love these. I already have a large lot, but I guess I'm going to add this. Look, we got athlete's foot at the Dayton bins.
Can that be our thumbnail?
Probably. Why not? That was funny though. I've got a lot of like 5 or 6, and then I've got like a tapeworm that's by itself right now. I might have to take them all down and maybe divvy them up. I don't know. But Snoopy stuff. It's gonna have to get run through the wash, but not with my plush. Look, Christmas, Snoopy, little bathroom rug, kitchen rug. It's got that non-skid stuff on the back. I'm trying to see. 2019, so not old.
What makes it Christmas?
Because he's got Christmas lights on his. Is that Christmas lights? Or is that like...
I thought they were flags or something.
Oh, maybe. I thought they were Christmas lights.
I don't know.
I don't know. I'll see what Google Lens says. I'm hoping 15, 20 for it.
I see how it could be interpreted as Christmas lights, though.
Mm-hmm. Big old cat. Got these big eyes. You know, they kind of sound glass. Don't know. Some of the older plush, they used glass eyes. This says, oh, I've had something else by this. Wholesale merchandisers. I'm hoping 20 plus for this big old white, like Persian cat.
Went to school, junior high, with a guy that had a glass eye. It was kind of odd.
How I bet.
You don't come across that very often in junior high. You
Anymore.
expect it for older people or something, but yeah, he would take it out and stuff.
Now, we met up with some new friends at the Benz in Dayton, Frances and her husband, Mike. And it just kind of worked out that Robert and Mike went off to, they do it in rows, right? When they bring out, 2 rows at a time, but they're in different rows. So Frances and I would figure out one row, and Mike and Robert went to the other row. Mike found these, gave them to his wife Frances, and then she handed them to me. So I really appreciate it. But this is Russ. This one is Tundry. Oh, they're both saying Tundry. Oh, I'm gonna put it as like mom and baby, but I'm thinking it was just the same plush in different sizes. But very interesting that, you know, they're gonna need a bath. That found them both and got them both.
They were a lot of fun to hang out with and talk to.
They're
not the Penguins, Frances and Mike.
They're in St. Louis at the Benz right now. All right. Cute. This was at the Benz, but looks, they tried to sell it for $199. Somebody had it in a yard sale for $75. But is that Lissy Poupe? Lissy? I know that's a doll brand, so I'm thinking this was a bear to a doll. So, you know, I'm hoping $10, $15 for this. Just very sweet. Rocket City Resellers, my friend Amanda, who is also Fiona Fines, was the one that told me about these. I had found them like one time before, didn't think nothing of it, and then she was like, grab them. Get them. They sell very quickly. Not for a lot, but very quickly. These are Pillow Fort plush, but it's heavy. It's weighted. These are great for sensory input for kids with, you know, some, you know, autism or any of the other sensory issues. Very nice condition. You know, again, I'm hoping like $15, $20. Some of them sell for a whole lot more, but I think this is one of the ones that's, you know, $15, $20. Another lovey. I don't even think this one had a brand. Nope. But it is linen. Probably that organic type linen. Just very cute. At least bread and butter. I've got a little outfit here. Don't know what it came off of. I don't know. It doesn't look Build-A-Bear. I'll have to hopefully see if we can figure out what it went to. That makes it kind of hard. And then here's my treasure. I had never heard of these characters before till I found them in a previous video. I had found like one of them, just a little plush. But anytime you find these, definitely check. These are Hoops and Yo-Yo. It's by Hallmark, which a lot of times Hallmark is just okay. I think either in product research or on WorthPoint. I looked this up. The last time it ever sold for $75. There are none showing up on eBay in the active listings. It works. Funny story. This thing is like motion censored, light censored, something. And when you turn it on, you just barely have to touch the plush. Well, it was driving us nuts. It ended up getting thrown in the back of the truck.
I'd like to point out that I was driving and focused on the road at this point in time.
So we threw it in the back of the truck and it stayed back there. And then he brought it in and of course it just started making all kinds of noise. Look, there's an off switch. I could have turned it off the entire time, but... Come in our room, come in our room. It may not be clean, but you're welcome to come in. And you hang it. But can you imagine how annoying that would be? But look, as soon as you... Come in our room, come in our room. It may not be clean, but you're welcome to come.
It would go off just driving down the road. Luckily, we didn't have to go too far with it.
No. But 100, at least 100. Who knows? I may go higher. But nice find. And the fact that, you know, I only spent maybe $250, $260. I want to say it was like $260. He added it up, but with all of it, it was $316, I think. Right here's $100. And then, you know, a couple of more items and everything we purchased that week is going to have been paid for just like that. And then we'll go do it again. I love Plush. It is one of probably the main categories that other resellers just don't give enough credit to. And this is why we started the channel, because there weren't very many Plush resellers on YouTube when we started.
Yeah, and I would suggest not selling Plush at all. It's a bad market. Don't put them on there. They won't sell ever. And we'll take the hit, and we'll be the ones trying to sell the Plush all by ourselves for higher prices with less competition.
Just check there. If you don't have the space like I do, this is an entire 30 by 50 building. So I got room to grow. Check the sell-through rate. Make sure it's something that you're not going to be holding on to forever. But yeah, it's a market that you can just really, you know, what's the word, where you subsidize the other categories that you sell in. Or be like me and sell mostly Plush.
There you go. So she was talking about the sell-through rate. $2 into 15 here. 12 to 15. Not a huge flip, right? Not a huge flip. But with 50 listed and 40 sold, it's going to go fairly quickly. If you've got the space constraints that, you know, you don't have a lot of room, then pay really careful attention to the sell-through rate. We typically buy something 2 into 15. We would do that, you know, unless it's going to sit forever. I look at some clothes. I do it there's a sell-through rate. I look at it as a listed to sold ratio. I'll look at a pair of jeans and they'll have a good one that we find around here. We'll have 3 listed for every sold. So to me, that's a 3 to 1. Some of them I look up are 25 to 1. I would never buy that because there's just too many listed and so few sold that it's going to take you forever to get rid of it unless you come in and maybe sell them for $1 or something.
Not that we've sold anything for $1 before.
But no, you don't want to do that. And there is a mechanism for doing that. We used to, when we sold on Amazon, we would find things that we could pay $2 for it, and it had a bad sell-through rate, but all the listings were like $40. So we would say, well, let's buy a couple of them, especially if it's groceries, and if they don't sell, we could take them down and eat them. But let's take the price and make it $15 or whatever instead.
20.
And maybe that would bring the sell-through rate up quite a bit and it would become worthwhile getting. So you got to balance the space with the sell-through rate and look for things that are, you know, ideally, I'm only selling things that have $100 profit and there are 1 listed and 50 sold, and they're going to sell through really fast. And they're small and non-breakable and they're not electronic.
Good luck with that one.
Yeah. But you got to find what you can to sell, because that item probably doesn't exist, and at least not very often.
All right, y'all. It's time to get to work. Bye.